Hey everyone, welcome to Daily Revelations. Thanks for joining me. So, I haven't been around for a while. What's the deal with that? Well, that's kind of what we're going to talk about today, too, is just being content with what God allows you to do every day and what He doesn't, and not stressing about it. I am traveling, and uh, sometimes travel just doesn't work out with everything that you have with your daily schedule at home. And it kind of uses that to stretch us and say, can you find contentment when everything may not work out? Traveling is just stressful because you try to get everything in that you want to get in, and sometimes you just can't. I had a rental house that had no Wi-Fi. So, um, I really had a hard time getting online just to even get the few things done that I needed and conserve my data because I'm gone for over 2 weeks. So, so some things had to give, and I had to be content with that. And unfortunately, that meant my devotionals. But that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today, because I've been reading through Joshua. And now that we are finished with the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible, we go into Joshua and them entering the promised land. And so they're all psyched up, they're getting all their stuff together. They're saying, God's on our side. We're going to do this. And once they get across the Jordan River, God cuts off the water, they pass over on dry land, they set up a memorial, and then God says, wait, there's something else that needs to be done. And this whole momentum that they have been working on getting going so they can get psyched up for this battle stops, because God says, wait. The whole time they had been in the desert wandering, they failed to circumcise their male children. So here was the seal of the covenant with Abraham that God was continuing on, because that's what the promised land was all about. That was part of the covenant with Abraham, not the Mosaic covenant. Mosaic covenant had to do with the law. And here they were receiving this covenant, yet they didn't have the seal of the covenant on them. And so God said, wait, you need to circumcise all your males, and then you need to wait until they're all healed. Well, that takes a while, especially since they weren't all babies. Babies heal a lot faster than older people. So, and then after all that happened, you think, okay, now we're ready to go. And he says, wait again. It's the Passover time. Have the Passover. Observe this time I've given you. And it's like these roadblocks for where they were going, what they wanted to do, kept coming in to their lives. And it felt to them like they'd never get to where they were going, that they had to try and find contentment in those things, because this is where God had them. And there was no going on to what their next thing was without God. How often do we do that in our lives? We get so anxious about, I know this is what I'm supposed to do next. And all these breaks just keep getting put onto us. And can we be content with what is happening in this day and not be so anxious about, well, I know this is where I'm going. Why can't I get there faster? And it ruins what we're supposed to be doing in that day itself. And in the last couple of days, I have to tell you, I've been exhausted just because I've been speaking at a conference. I gave 8 talks in 3 days, and it's tiring. And the blessing, as I look back now, of not having Wi-Fi at my rental house was that I could prepare, I could rest. And when I read God's word, it was personal, it was for me. It was just a time of refreshment and a lot of time of prayer, just to prepare to speak. And we need those times. And I have to tell you, it's difficult when you are a type A person who wants to do. And God says, stop. Don't keep pushing yourself so hard. You only have so much energy. You only can give so much in a day. You can only put so much in a day. Do what I gave you today to do. and find me in it. That's what contentment is about. So, thanks everybody. I will have Wi-Fi now until I'm done. I'm going to be at my sister's place, and then back to a hotel, and then back flying to Houston. So, so as God allows me to continue to pour out, I am more than content to do that too. But finding contentment when that doesn't happen is a struggle, but it's something that God asks us to do, just like He did with the Israelites before they entered the Promised Land and took over Jericho. And we're going to move beyond that in this week. Still, I've already gotten through that, but this was the one lesson in the middle of everything that happened this week and in all of these first 6 books of Joshua that I really felt meshed together and was a lesson that God taught me, this revelation into my life. And I hope that you continue to dive into God's word and see what He can reveal to you with whatever's going on in your life. It is a blessing. He is with us. His Spirit speaks to us. He stirs our heart, and He pulls us closer to Him. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you again tomorrow.